Welcome to Evernight Stories. Here, every tale is written to guide you gently into rest, with dreamlike journeys and soothing words to ease you into sleep. Tonight, we'll step together into the garden of an old storyteller, a place where stories themselves find their rest. Take a long, steady breath in and let it drift out slowly. Another breath, a little easier now. In and out. Let your body begin to soften piece by piece. Shoulders lower, arms loosen, hands release the day. Your back sinks a little deeper. Your eyes grow warmer, heavier. The day is already behind you. Its sounds, its tasks, its worries, let them stay far away. Nothing is needed of you now. Only breath, only quiet, only this story. Imagine yourself walking beneath a twilight sky. The last threads of daylight fade into soft indigo, and the first stars blink gently into view. The air is cool, brushed with the faint sweetness of herbs and evening blossoms. The earth beneath your feet feels firm and kind, carrying you easily forward. Ahead, on the edge of the meadow, you see a small cottage. Its roof is thatched and dark against the sky, its windows glowing faintly with warm candlelight. The sight feels safe, familiar, even though you've never been here before. A curl of smoke drifts lazily from the chimney, carrying the scent of wood and dried lavender. As you step closer, the wooden steps of the porch creak softly, not in warning, but in welcome. The door is slightly open, a sliver of golden light spilling into the night air. Somewhere inside, you hear the gentle shift of someone moving, the quiet scrape of a chair, the hush of a voice humming low. You push the door gently, and it opens with a soft sigh. Inside, the cottage is simple and warm. Wooden shelves line the walls, stacked with jars of herbs, smooth stones, and small carved figures. A fire flickers low in the hearth, painting the room in amber light. At the far side, a figure sits waiting, the old storyteller. You cannot see every detail of their face, only the glow of kind eyes, the shape of a smile that has welcomed many travelers before you. Their presence feels steady, like the earth itself has taken form and chosen to speak. They rise slowly, hands warm, movements calm, and with a soft nod, they gesture for you to follow. Their voice is gentle, quiet as wind through leaves. Come, let us walk to the garden. It waits for you tonight. The door opens at the back of the cottage, and cool night air flows in again. You step outside, and a faint path stretches away, lit by the soft glow of starlight. You hear the rustle of leaves, the scent of jasmine and mint rising as you move. The storyteller walks just ahead, slow, unhurried, carrying a lantern that glows with golden light. Each step takes you farther from the cottage and deeper into stillness. Behind you, the day is gone. Ahead, the garden waits, a place where every story finds its rest and where you too will find your own.
The storyteller walks just ahead, their lantern swaying gently with each step. Its golden light stretches over the path, painting the earth in soft pools of glow that fade again into the night. The air grows quieter here, the hush of leaves pressing close around you. You glance toward the figure guiding you. The storyteller is not young, but they carry no burden of age. Their movements are slow but certain, steady as a heartbeat. Their hands are warm at their sides, one holding the lantern, the other resting loosely, as though always ready to offer comfort. Their face is touched only by glimpses of firelight from the lantern, never sharp, never clear. What you see instead is presence, a softness in their eyes, the shape of a smile that seems older than the garden itself. You know without words that they have walked this path many times, leading many travelers before you. When they speak, their voice is low, unhurried, flowing like the quiet stream of the night. This is a place for weary hearts, they murmur, a place where the stories that fill the day can finally rest. Tonight, you will rest with them. The words feel steady, like stones laid in a path. They do not urge you, they do not press. They simply offer themselves, gentle and certain. The storyteller glances back, making sure you are near, and then continues walking. You follow, breathing easily, your steps light upon the earth. You are safe here. The lantern flame sways, brushing light across the edges of plants growing along the path. You catch the fragrance of herbs, lavender, mint, rosemary, soft and familiar, their scents rising as your feet pass. It feels as though the earth itself has steeped the air in calmness. The storyteller pauses for a moment, lifting the lantern higher. Beyond the next bend, the outline of a wooden gate appears, framed by vines heavy with blossoms. Their petals hang open, glowing faintly as if they have caught drops of starlight. The storyteller turns to you with a nod, eyes glimmering like reflections of the lantern's flame. The garden is ready, they say. Come, let us enter. You feel warmth in their voice, a kindness that carries you forward as surely as the lantern glow. The gate stands just ahead, waiting quietly, its wooden surface worn smooth by countless hands that have opened it before yours. The blossoms overhead sway faintly, releasing another wave of fragrance into the cool night air. It is a threshold
not only to a garden, but to the deeper quiet that awaits. The storyteller places one hand upon the gate. The wood creaks softly, almost like a sigh of recognition. They look to you once more, offering no rush, only patience. Then, with a steady push, the gate begins to open, and the glow of the garden beyond spills into the night. The gate opens with a soft groan, and the garden welcomes you with its own quiet glow. You step through beside the storyteller, and the air changes at once. It is thicker here, not heavy, but full, carrying scents of lavender, jasmine, and night-blooming flowers. The fragrance settles into your breath, calming you as naturally as the rhythm of the earth itself.
A narrow path stretches forward, paved with smooth stones that glisten faintly under the lantern light. Along its edges, blossoms grow in gentle clusters, each petal lit from within by a faint glow. Some are pale blue, shimmering like drops of water. Others are golden, their light warm and steady. A few are lavender, releasing soft fragrance into the cool night. You walk slowly, guided by the storyteller's lantern. Yet you hardly need its flame, for the flowers seem to light your way as well. The path feels alive, shifting in a rhythm as if the whole garden is breathing with you. Above, vines arch gracefully, their leaves catching the silver glow of starlight. You see the faintest glimmer of dew resting on them, tiny beads sparkling like stars fallen close to earth. The night is hushed here, no sound of crickets, no wind, only the faint rustle of leaves and the storyteller's quiet steps beside your own. The old storyteller glances back at you, their eyes kind in the lantern glow. Their voice flows like low music. This garden is not grown with soil alone, they say. It is tended with stories. Each bloom, each stone, each path is shaped by words whispered into the night. Words find their rest here, and in their rest they bloom. You can rest here too. The path curves gently, leading you deeper. Blossoms rise taller now, their petals brushing your arms as you pass. They lean toward you, not demanding, only greeting. Some close briefly, as though sighing in their own sleep, then open again. Others release faint sparks of light, drifting into the air before dissolving into nothingness. The lantern flame sways with the rhythm of your steps. Its golden light mixes with the blossom's glow, layering gold upon blue upon lavender, painting the stones beneath your feet. The path feels steady, each step carrying you deeper into quiet. You notice how easily your body mirrors the garden's calm. Shoulders loose, arms soft, breath slower. The garden asks nothing of you. It only welcomes you, accepts you, carries you along its winding way. At one bend of the path, you pass beneath an archway of vines. The blossoms above sway faintly, brushing one another. The sound they make is barely audible, yet it feels like a whisper, as though the garden itself is speaking softly, words you cannot quite hear but understand in your heart. The storyteller lifts the lantern higher, and the light falls across your face. They pause for a moment, eyes on you, and smile, a smile that needs no explanation. They turn again and continue forward, and you follow, carried now not only by your own steps, but by the hush of the garden itself. The path curves once more, and you notice the blossoms thinning. The glow of their petals fades into shadow, and ahead the ground opens into a quiet clearing. At its center lies a circle of stones, smooth and pale, their shapes rounded by time. The storyteller lifts their lantern higher, and the light falls across them, revealing faint markings carved into the surface of each stone. The stones are arranged evenly, forming a perfect ring. Some symbols are simple lines, some spirals, others shapes that suggest leaves, stars, or flowing water. Each carving glows faintly, not bright, but enough to be seen in the hush of the clearing.
The storyteller steps forward, their voice low and steady. These are the seeds of stories, they explain. Every tale once told finds a resting place. When words are finished, they sink into the earth, leaving their shapes behind. The stones remember them, and in their remembering, they glow. You step closer, your feet brushing the soft earth. The air here is stiller than the garden path, as though the clearing holds its own breath. You kneel near one stone, tracing the faint light of its spiral. It is warm beneath your touch, not with heat, but with the echo of something long past. The stories are sleeping here. You may rest with them. The storyteller's lantern sways, casting shadows that lengthen across the ring. As it moves, each stone seems to brighten slightly, their glow rising and falling like steady breaths. It is as though the clearing itself is alive, pulsing gently with the rhythm of old words at peace. The storyteller kneels beside you, their eyes resting on the stones. Every traveler adds to the garden, they say softly. Your breath, your steps, even your silence, all of these leave traces. The garden remembers, not to burden you, but to keep you. Here, nothing is lost. Here, everything rests. Their words drift easily into the quiet, merging with the faint hum of the stones.
you feel the truth of them settle inside you, loosening something that has been tight, softening something that has been heavy. You breathe again, slower, deeper, as if the clearing has taught you how. Your exhale moves like the stone's glow, fading gently but never gone. Your inhale rises like their faint light, steady and calm. In this circle, the rhythm of stone and breath and story become one.
The storyteller sets their lantern on the ground, its flame joining the soft glow of the carvings. For a moment, you see no difference between lantern and stone. All the lights blurred together into one ring of warmth, quiet and endless. You feel yourself held within that ring, the same way the earth holds the stones, the same way the stones hold the memory of stories. It is steady, it is kind. It asks nothing more of you than to simply be. Soon you arrive at a pond, small and round, its surface still as glass. It reflects the sky above with perfect clarity, stars scattered like diamonds, the moon hanging in silver repose. The water is so calm that for a moment it is hard to tell where the sky ends and the pond begins. You move closer, and the storyteller kneels at the edge. Their lantern's glow falls across the water, creating ripples that spread outward in delicate rings. Each ripple seems to carry not only light, but sound, a faint murmur, a whisper that brushes the air before fading again. The pond remembers, too, the storyteller says quietly. Every word, every sigh, every song that has ever rested here sinks into the water. The pond holds them, and when touched, it releases them in ripples. That is why it whispers. The whispers are gentle. They bring no demands. They only remind you that you are not alone. You lower yourself to the edge, gazing into the dark mirror of water. As your breath moves, the surface trembles, and the whispers rise again, softer than the breeze. They carry no clear words, only comfort, only the sense of being held by something timeless. You dip your fingers into the pond, and ripples spread outward from your touch. The sound is like a sigh, tender and low, and you feel it travel up your arm, into your chest, and finally into your breath. In and out, in and out. Your rhythm becomes the pond's rhythm, steady, unbroken, eternal. The storyteller watches quietly, their presence calm beside you. They do not hurry you, do not guide you, only keep the lantern steady while you listen. The pond's whispers fade and return, until you realize they are matching the movement of your own thoughts. Each ripple is like a thought rising, expanding, then dissolving into the stillness. You lean back slightly, letting the mossy earth support you, and watch as the pond grows calm again. The ripples settle, the whispers soften, the water becomes a mirror once more. Above, the stars glow faintly, and below they glow again, doubled in their reflection. You feel as if you are sitting between two skies, one above, one below, safe at the center of them both. The night holds you gently. The pond remembers for you, so you do not need to hold anything now. You can let the whispers carry it all. The storyteller lifts the lantern, its light stretching across the surface one last time. The pond glimmers softly, then settles into silence again, as though closing its eyes. The path curves onward, and a storyteller rises, ready to lead you deeper into the garden.
The path bends away from the pond, winding between tall hedges that sway lightly in the night air. The storyteller's lantern sways ahead of you, guiding the way, though the garden now seems to glow on its own. After a few quiet steps, the hedges part, and you find yourself in a grove unlike any you have seen before. Above you, trees rise tall and graceful, their branches arching outward like arms stretched wide. Hanging from each branch are lanterns, hundreds of them, swaying gently as though caught in an invisible tide. Their light is soft, golden, and warm, spilling downward in a shower of glimmer that touches every leaf, every stone, every breath of the air. You pause beneath them, tilting your head to see the canopy filled with lights. Some lanterns glow steadily, while others flicker faintly, their flames smaller, as if they are ready to sleep. Together, they form a sky within the trees, a golden reflection of the stars above. The storyteller sets their lantern aside, as if it is no longer needed here. Their voice is low, filled with reverence. These lanterns carry rest, they say. Each one holds a memory of someone who has come before, someone who found their peace within this garden. They remain here, glowing gently, so that every traveler who follows may feel their calm. You are part of this calm now. The grove hums with silence. The lanterns sway in rhythm with the breeze you cannot feel, their light moving across your skin like a soft hand. You breathe in the warm air, and it tastes faintly of honey and wood smoke, as though the lanterns themselves are exhaling. You take a step deeper, and more lanterns stir above you. They lean slightly as you pass, their glow brightening, not to light your path, but to welcome you. You feel their presence the way you feel starlight, something far away, yet undeniably near. Each flame whispers the same quiet truth, that it is all right to let go, all right to rest, all right to be carried by the night. The storyteller watches you, their kind eyes lifted toward the canopy. Their smile is gentle, shaped by many nights beneath these lanterns. They do not fade quickly, they murmur. They linger, because rest is not hurried. It comes when it is ready, and it stays as long as it is needed. You walk slowly through the grove, every step lighter than the last. The lanterns above shift softly, swaying like a lullaby without sound. Their light gathers around you, layering the air in gold, until you feel as though you are walking through the glow of a dream. There is nothing more to carry. The lanterns carry it for you now. You may walk freely, quietly, without burden. At the far end of the grove, a soft arch of vines appears, flowers blooming even in the night. Beyond it, a bench waits beneath the blossoms, and the storyteller gestures for you to follow. The lanterns sway one last time, as if nodding in farewell, their golden glow guiding you to the next place of rest.
You step beneath the arch of flowering vines. Their blossoms spill over the wooden frame, pale petals glowing faintly, releasing a fragrance that drifts into the night air. The scent is soft and sweet, carrying notes of jasmine and rose, calming as a lullaby. Beneath the arch, the path widens into a small circle where a wooden bench waits, its surface smooth and worn from years of use. The storyteller walks ahead and rests a hand upon the bench, as though introducing you to it. Their eyes meet yours, filled with quiet warmth. This is where stories close their eyes, they say softly. Every tale that has wandered through the day finds its end here, resting among the vines. You look around and notice how the blossoms above sway gently, as though nodding in agreement. Their petals brush one another, creating a faint rustle, a sound like breathing. The bench itself seems alive with patience, steady and unhurried, as though it has been waiting for you. The storyteller gestures for you to sit. You lower yourself slowly, and the wood accepts you with ease. It is neither hard nor cold. Instead, it feels warm beneath you, as if it remembers all who have rested here before. Your body begins to release its weight, shoulders sinking, arms soft at your sides. You can rest now. The garden will hold you. The storyteller sits nearby, not close enough to intrude, but near enough that their presence is felt. They do not speak much more, only a few words that drift like leaves on the air. The garden knows how to keep you. You do not need to try. You only need to be. You let those words sink into you. Simple and sure. They echo with the quietness of truth, as steady as the vines above, as certain as the ground beneath your feet. The fragrance of flowers deepens, wrapping around you like a blanket. Their scent is soothing, tender, and slow. Overhead, the blossoms lean closer, folding slightly, as though tucking you into place. Their petals brush against one another, a faint lull, a soft rhythm, like a song without melody. You close your eyes briefly, and even in the darkness, you can see their glow. The storyteller remains beside you, lantern set quietly at their feet. Its flame sways once, twice, then steadies, golden and calm. They rest their hands together, eyes half closed, as if they too are listening to the garden's breath. Time moves differently here. It no longer matters how long you sit, how long you breathe. The bench will hold you as long as you need. The blossoms will cover you as long as you wish. And the storyteller will remain until you are ready to drift beyond words, beyond waking, into the softest rest. You sit quietly on the bench, the blossoms above folding more closely now, as though they are weaving a shelter of petals around you. Their glow softens, shifting from bright silver to pale gold, dimming with every breath you take. The air grows warmer, heavier with fragrance, until it feels like a blanket drawn carefully over your shoulders.
The old storyteller remains near, their presence steady, lantern at their feet. The flame within it flickers faintly, slower now, as if it too is ready to rest. They lean slightly toward you, their voice low and unhurried. Let the garden hold what you no longer need, they whisper. Let the night carry you where you are meant to go. You close your eyes, and for a moment you feel the world continue to move, petals brushing together, lantern flame swaying gently, the soft hum of vines overhead. All of it is quieter now, fading like the end of a story told many times before. Your breathing deepens without effort, in and out, in and out. The rhythm is slower than before, almost like the bench itself is breathing with you, rising and falling with your chest. The longer you sit, the more your body dissolves into the garden, until you can no longer tell where you end and where the earth begins. You are safe here. You can rest. The storyteller watches with patient eyes, saying nothing more, letting silence carry the weight of their presence. The silence is not empty. It is full of everything you need. It is full of safety, of warmth, of peace. In it, you feel the entire garden breathing, the stones glowing faintly behind you, the pond whispering softly in the distance, the grove of lanterns swaying with invisible wind. All of it continues, all of it rests, all of it holds you. Your mind drifts. Thoughts rise briefly, then dissolve, the way ripples on the pond disappeared into stillness. Memories blur, plans fade, words lose their edges until they become nothing more than quiet shapes in the dark. You do not need to chase them. You do not need to hold them. They slip away, and in their leaving, they gift you calm, The storyteller lifts their lantern once more. Its flame sways, smaller now, almost gone. They raise it high, and the last glow touches the blossoms, turning them briefly to silver before the light falls back into itself. The lantern dims to an ember, then to nothing, leaving only the glow of the flowers above. The night has taken the lantern's place. It holds you now. It keeps you safe. It carries you onward. The storyteller's voice comes one final time, softer than breath, almost lost in the hush. The night carries you into peaceful dreams. You are safe. You are warm. You are at rest. Sleep now.